Things are looking even worse for Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz, as it was revealed this week that the House Ethics Committee, led by Republicans who are conducting that investigation into Gaetz, they now got their hands on his text messages that, in fact, the Department of Justice had already had, but did not decide to prosecute him based on these text messages. These messages, according to reports, show Matt Gaetz trying to convince a woman to fly down to the Florida Keys with him and a couple other women and one other dude. And this woman is allegedly one of the people, according to the report, that Matt Gaetz may have paid to have sex with. Let me read you this. This is from Mediaite. In January of 2020, months before Joel Greenberg's arrest, of course, he is the former Seminole County tax collector. He is Matt Gaetz' wingman, as Gaetz once described him. The U.S. Secret Service agents got a tip from an employee of the Seminole County tax collector's Lake Mary office about Greenberg allegedly making fake IDs, including a late-night weekend trip to the office in April of 2018. Reportedly accompanying Greenberg on that nighttime escapade, his congressional buddy, Gaetz. Text messages the following Monday between the employee and Greenberg mention her seeing him and Gaetz on the office security footage, and Greenberg replying with confirmation that they had been there because he was, quote, showing Congressman Gaetz what our operation looked like. That morning, the employee also discovered multiple driver's licenses that should have been shredded after being surrendered, had instead been removed from the disposal basket and left scattered on a desk. If, hypothetically, someone wanted to travel with a 17-year-old girl for purposes of having sex with her, it would be a lot easier if she had an ID saying that she was a legal adult. And even for the girls who were 18 or 19, it's a lot easier to get the party going if they have IDs saying they're 21 and can drink alcohol. Now, that obviously is not the text messages. The text messages came up after that. In the alleged text messages described exclusively to ABC News, the then freshman congressman appeared to message a woman, who ABC News is not identifying, asking if she would fly on a private plane to the Florida Keys for a trip with Gaetz, 3 other women, and 1 other man. Hey, any interest in flying on a private plane to the Keys May 19th through 21st? Gaetz allegedly wrote to the woman, who was older than 21 at the time, according to multiple sources familiar with the messages. Gaetz then allegedly said the trip would feature 2 guys, 4 girls, a very high-quality, adventurous group, according to the messages, which have previously not been reported on. The woman initially replied, "Yeah, I'm in," but then later backed out. So, I don't know. I mean, if you think that this is nothing, I think you're wrong. If you think this is the smoking gun, I also think you're probably wrong. However, when you take this piece and you add in all those other pieces that I talked about, them making the fake IDs, which, yes, that has been confirmed, all of that added together does make you wonder why in the hell the DOJ decided not to prosecute this bastard. But whatever the reason the DOJ decided not to do it, I'm assuming some kind of political influence from someone somewhere is what led to that decision. The Ethics Committee has this stuff now. They have it all. And they're going to continue to get even more, because now they've got even more cooperating witnesses, including Greenberg, who, of course, handed over this information. So Gaetz is in trouble. But is he in trouble in his district? I mean, is he at risk of being expelled from Congress? Maybe. And I say that because obviously you got to have that high threshold to reach to expel somebody. But Gaetz has enough enemies at this point due to his ousting of Kevin McCarthy that you may get enough establishment Republicans to kick him out. Not to mention the fact you would probably have every single Democrat on board to kick him out, so you may have the numbers to expel him once this report comes out. And unlike with George Santos, Republicans don't have to worry about this district right here that Gaetz represents. This isn't a swing district. It's not a toss-up. It's not one that has been flipped back and forth. This is a district that has gone for Republican candidates since 1964. So, yeah, they can kick Gaetz out and get a new Republican in here lickety-split. So, I think Gaetz is in trouble. I do think this is going to have a significant impact on what happens with him for the rest of the year. And I am beyond anxious to see what they finally include in that final report when it comes out. Because based on what we know so far, it's going to be pretty damning for Matt Gaetz.